Yeah, we'll go boots on the mother. Ooh, opponent's gonna swords the mom. Doesn't want any part of the mom.
Yes, the Elishnorn. All will be one. Today on Commander Replay, we check out Loran of the Third Path and see if we can obtain victory by annoying our opponents to death. Next on Commander Replay. Hey guys, there's two great ways to support the channel. All links are in the description below. Welcome back, everyone. Playing some Loran of the Third Path today. Let's take a look at this opener. 2 lands. Let's mulligan. Cool stuff, but not enough like value and mana. 1 land plus ramp. Ugh. It's mulligan again. Okay, this one's got mana. A little bit of value with Hearth and Home right here, so I think we can make something happen with this. We'll probably give up on the swords. Board wipe is generally a little bit stronger. We'll keep this one. Swords to the bottom. So yeah, this is the first game that I've played and or filmed in about a month. I was on Christmas vacation for about 2 weeks, and then starting right around January 1st, I came down with a real bad cold, flu, whatever it is, and have been really sick for the past 2 weeks. It is now January 16th, and worst of all, my voice has been gone the entire time, so I have not been able to film anything. You can still hear it's a little bit hoarse. I am filming this on January 16th. The sore throat started on January 1st. That's how long it's been, and that's how bad it's been. So, you know, we're going to try and power through it today. I feel like I'm going to lose my voice already, but we'll see what we can do. Also, just having not played in that long, I felt kind of rusty putting this deck together. I'm sure my piloting is going to be very rusty today, so we'll see what happens. But I'm expecting to not play at a 100% completely optimal level today, is kind of where I'm at. Anyway, there brings it to our first turn. There's a Stoneforge Mystic. That is a nice little piece. Play the planes, and nothing on 1 here, so we'll just tap out and pass. What are we doing on 2? Do we just go for the Stoneforge Mystic and get like a Skull Clamp or something? That's usually a safe bet. As a fun side note, I tried all manner of cough and cold products while I was sick, and none of them made me stop coughing, and determined that, like, the whole industry seems like a scam because it doesn't actually solve any of the problems, but here we are. The cough has finally subsided. Voice hasn't really come back, but we'll soldier on. Let's take a look at our commander. It's Loran of the Third Path, one that I've been excited to play for a little while. 3 mana for a 2/1, has Vigilance. When it enters the battlefield, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment. Pretty cool. And tap it. You and target opponent each draw a card. So when I looked at this, my initial gut reaction was a little bit of ETB shenanigans, a little bit of tap shenanigans. As I started building this deck, I'm like, oh man, I really don't have room to do both. So for this particular deck, I'm focusing more on the ETB shenanigans, and I decided to go with the full combo finish with Karmic Guide Revelark, as opposed to trying to like make some sort of combat-based win condition, because having played enough ETB decks, particularly in like white and red-white over the years, they're just not super well suited to combat, and having a win condition other than combat is going to be a really good idea. We're mono white, so it's still going to be kind of tough to find all the pieces we need, but, you know, I imagine that should take us at least 8 turns or so. So I don't think this deck's going to be blazing fast, but it could be annoying in the sense that we do have a combo finish, and depending on how you and your playgroup feel about those. Anyway, it brings it to our turn 2. I think we just go for War Room, Stoneforge Mystic. See what equipment I left in the deck. I started with a whole bunch and then cut them down drastically. Skull Clamp and Lightning Greaves, that's all we got left. So yeah, let's get the Skull Clamp, get our way out of that mulligan. Worst case scenario, we can always Skull Clamp our commander if we really need to. There might be times where that makes sense if you're trying to get like an extra ETB and you don't have some sort of blink effect on hand. We do, however, have 2 blink effects on hand, so that may not be entirely necessary, at least for that reason. Though, if we want to draw some cards, not the worst idea ever. Goblin Rabblemaster, really good with a Skull Clamp. They make a token, and it's got to attack. So over here we see Mango playing Kresh the Bloodbraided. Oh god, Kresh is kind of strong. And they've got a nice little start with Goblin Rabblemaster and some tokens, so yeah, just spit out a bunch of bodies and they all die. Kresh is gonna get huge. Kresh is one of those funny commanders that, like, I've played it a little bit, and I actually have a paper build of it that I've only played it once, so it probably needs a little bit of work. But, you know, it's one of those old school commanders, but I don't think Kresh has really lost much. Like, I think, you know, the fact that, like, Green's gotten really good in the 10 or so years since Kresh, 13 probably. There's just a lot of things you can do with having a really big creature, and removal's generally gotten better, more efficient. There's just a lot to do with Kresh that there's a lot of reasons to like Kresh. Kresh can kill you in a hurry. Next up in the middle, we've got Sergeant Flintlock piloting Koll the Forge Master. This is a non-combo version of Koll. They're going to try to value and do some stuff. We've seen it a few times on the channel. It's always a little bit weird, but it looks like they're having a decent start here. They got a Soul Ring plus a Burnished Heart. That's a lot of mana ramp. So in some previous games, they kind of got stuck on lands, stuck on cards, so this should help a lot with their card value situation. I am kind of curious to see what like the actual win condition for this deck is, having seen it a few times now and not really having seen it do its thing. And finally, we've got a new player. That's Solrai, piloting Garna, Bloodfist of Keld, one that I haven't seen yet. 4 mana for a 4/3. Whenever another creature you control dies, draw a card if it was attacking. Otherwise, Garna deals 1 damage to each opponent. Interesting. I do know that that's on my to-do list of decks that I have to build, and that'll be coming up here very soon. So stay tuned for that whenever it happens. But yeah, I'm curious to see this. Maybe I'll get a few ideas along the way. Taurine Mauler, sweet card. Love me some Taurine Mauler. Did get themselves a Dragon Master Outcast. Always a tricky card to play early because, right, if a board wipe happens, you just lose it, and that's not great. But it's also just like, it's an efficient 1 mana play, right? The question is always whether someone's going to wipe the board before you get to the number of lands you need. 6 lands it is. If I can, I try to hold it, but sometimes it just doesn't make sense to do that, so it just depends. It is great Skullclamp fodder, though. Have done that a number of times in my life. I used to run this in Aurelia way back in the day. When the number of good creatures were much more limited, this was a reasonable card choice. Brings it back to our turn. There's Liquid Metal Coating. That one's funny because with our commander, we can turn something into an artifact, cast our commander, and then blow it up, which sounds like a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I think right now, let's play the Core Haven, get all our fancy lands out. We'll just play the Skull Clamp. Actually, I know what we'll do. We'll play the Skull Clamp, and then we'll sit on the Stoneforge Mystic ability. Triggers the Mauler. And we'll flash in the Hearth and Home at the end step. I think I like that plan. And hope that our Stoneforge Mystic doesn't get blown up without the Skull Clamp on it. And we'll stay put. Oh god. Taurine Mauler with a Kresh. Seems like a real bad time. Smothering Abomination. Yep. Here's one you'd expect to see. Sacrifice creature, draw a card. 2 tokens going on the attack, this time into Flintlock. Lightning Greaves into the Mauler. Oh, that seems good. Equip to the heart, sacrifice the heart. Go to combat first. Nope. Not yet. Yeah, there's a Mauler out there. You probably want something to block that. That's a Judith. Yep. I think I see what's going on here. Black-red aristocrats. Yep, that's a Taurine Mauler coming our way. Just going to go ahead and take that. Good news is they probably don't block if we go at them with the Hearth and Home. Yeah, drop in the Hearth and Home. That's an Elish Norn. Those are really good. That's going to be a card for later, though. Let's play the Plains, equip the Sword, equip the Skull Clamp, and send this into Solrai. I'm mostly just looking for the value. If they block and kill it, that's fine too. We'll draw some cards. I'm okay with that. There's only 1 equipment left in the deck, so. But the land would be nice. They go no blocks. Fantastic. Here's a question. Do we blink the Stoneforge Mystic? I think so. Actually, let's see. There's only Lightning Greaves. Yeah, let's blink it. Trying to think about what's more important. Because I'm also thinking about trying to get this Liquid Metal Coating in or foretelling one of our cards. All seem like good ideas. Let's get the Plains, Stoneforge Mystic, get Lightning Greaves. That does unequip everything, doesn't it? Yep, that's the thing that happens. I'm going to get the Liquid Metal Coating in because I'm thinking about our commander pretty soon here, I think. Smothering Abomination. Well, they're going to have to sacrifice. Oh, they lost their tokens somewhere. I'm sure that's not how they planned it. I'm sure they wanted to sacrifice. Well, they sacrificed the Abomination to itself. Draw a card off of it. There are worse things. Mango's been known to play a Living Death or 2. Signet. Mauler. It's Jing Yangu. Oh, is that the one that crashes the game? There's one of them that crashes the game. I can't remember which one it is. Is there a more expensive one, CMC-wise? Puts counter on the Goblin Rabblemaster. Makes some mana for a Tribe Elder. Yep. Makes a 1/1. Yeah, Rabblemaster can be a little awkward if you can't protect the tokens. Like, once you get a synergy piece out there, anything that's going to pump them up, or an Iroas or anything like that, that's all good stuff. But yeah, they can be a little awkward until you find something like that. In general, 1/1s, 1/1 tokens tend to be like that. Like, you need a lot of 1/1 tokens for it to be really threatening. I'd say a number probably north of 10. For many years with Boros decks, people have always tried to run Assemble the Legion, and especially as the format's gotten faster, Assemble is just such a hard card to make work because of the time it takes for it to really get going. But 2, it's only making 1/1s, and that means that you really need another card for those 1/1s to get work done. Like, you need an Elesh Norn or a Cathar's Crusade or something that's going to pump them up at least a little bit, because on their own, all they really do is kind of block, right? Because 1/1s just get eaten by everything if you try to attack with them. So, like I said, if you're not supporting your 1/1s with anything, you really need a lot of them. So, over the years, I've seen it come up occasionally where, people put something in the deck that like makes a couple tokens, but they don't have a lot of token synergy, and I've seen it enough times where people have overvalued making a couple 1/1s. Yep, at the end step, they sacrifice the Burnish Heart. Burnish Heart coming back. Opponent's going to have a lot of mana. Yep, do it again. Oh my god, they can recast it. Yeah, opponent's rocketing ahead on mana here. There's a Blasphemous Act. Just in time to catch the Taurine Mauler. I'm actually okay with that. Now, I wish we had the Skull Clamp equipped for the card draw here, but we do not. So, all the creatures getting blown up. We can have a pretty good turn this turn, I think. Oh, that's awkward. Yeah, it's all going to be a little bit awkward. I think Flintlocks on 9 lands. I'm actually thinking about shooting this Windbrisk Heights with our commander. Here's a Champion of Flame. Boots on the Champion. Oh, God. Yep. In our direction. Yep. The other question, though, is they're down to 3 cards. We're probably better off shooting the Greaves, honestly. I want to shoot the land because it's cheeky, and at some point, cutting back their mana will be a good idea, but since we only have, 1 shot, the Greaves are probably more singly important than the land at this point. Garna coming in. Yep. There's a land. I am happy about that. I did want to make that land drop. And we could potentially think about Strip Mine and hitting a land with our commander. Cutting back 2 lands is somewhat meaningful, but that's probably going to be a play for another day. But yeah, let's get our commander in right here. We're going to shoot the Lightning Greaves because that seems to be their only equipment at the moment. Slow down that value train over there. Let's get the Skull Clamp on. Oh, nope, let's not do that because that will kill our commander. Let's play the Lightning Greaves. Equip the Lightning Greaves. We're going to take down Mango's Planeswalker, but we're also going to let Mango draw cards since they're down to 1. Swing into the Planeswalker. Planeswalker down, but Mango can draw a card since they're hurting pretty bad at this moment. Ooh, that's a Soul Ring. Soul Ring is nice. Play the Soul Ring. What gets awkward here is we can't equip anything else until we can get the Lightning Greaves off. Yep. Oh, you know what we can do? We can foretell this. Is what we can do. Haha, being mana efficient. Foretell a Doomscar. Pass turn. There's the Kresh. Yep. And a Skull Clamp of their own. Not bad. This unfortunately targets, which won't get us past the Lightning Greaves. So we're looking for another creature. I think we can get the... Yeah, we can get Norn in. Norn is another creature. A real nasty another creature. And we can kill the Kresh, hopefully before it gets going. Ooh, that's a Swathcutter Giant. Cool card. I wish it was 5 mana. At 6, it's a little tough. At 5, I think this would see a lot more play. Or if you made it 2 damage and I don't know, maybe give it haste or something like that, it'd probably be fine at 6. That'd be a pretty cool card. I don't know. It's a cool card. It just has a lot of competition at 6 mana, which makes me very sad. Throw some Death Touch on there and then you're really rolling. Oh, crap. If we play the Elesh Norn, they probably sacrifice the Burnished Heart beforehand, which will keep the Kresh alive. Dragon Whelp. But it's probably still the play we have to make unless we draw another creature. Brings it back to our turn. That is another creature, actually. Although, the only thing we can bring back is a Stoneforge Mystic, which there's no equipment left, though it would be Skull Clamp fodder. So the question is, what are we doing this turn? I mean, maybe we're just going straight to the card draw? Elesh Norn seems pretty good. Let's get the Elesh Norn, see how opponents respond. Maybe it'll get removed, maybe it won't. We do have boots, though. So I guess that is a thing. Cast the Elesh Norn. All will be one. Yep, opponent sacrifices the Burnished Heart just like we thought. Kresh getting bigger. Yep. Oh, that makes our commander a 4th. Ooh, we can attack Mango. I like that. Put the boots on the Norn. Let's put the Skull Clamp on our commander. I'm going to go commander into Mango, this one into Flintlock. No blocks from either opponent. They just take some damage. Who gets to draw a card? I think Flintlock can draw a card. Although, we can wait. That is an instant speed ability. We might wait until someone attacks us, because I kind of want the card draw, honestly. I'm surprised Mango didn't take the card draw right there, to be completely honest. They're down to 2 cards. Yeah, I get it. Recasting Kresh is annoying, especially at 7 mana, but I feel like They just need to look at more stuff. Oh, you know what we can do? We can use this to get back the strip mine after strip mining something. That's a Jorkadine. Yeah, those are pretty good. No Metalcraft, though. Less good without Metalcraft. That's a chain reaction. Well, let's... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One too many. Can we get anything dead? Doesn't look like it. We'll have us and Flintlock draw a card. Open the armory. Dead card. We have all of our equipment. It is unfortunate. Bunch of triggers go off. 2 skull clamps. Oh yeah, we get the skull clamp coming to us, which will be nice. Loran into the command zone. And I think we're going to lose some life on that Garna ability. Ooh, Esper Sentinel is solid. And a land. I like that. Those are decent pickups. Those are decent pickups. I think we can do some wild stuff this turn, actually. Field of Ruin is a magic card. Let's play the Makokoro. Let's cast the Esper Sentinel. Cast our commander. We'll go after the Skull Clamp, because that's a powerful magic card. Boots on Loran. Activate Loran. Flintlock and draw. Here's an Ancient Tomb. Hearth and Home on the Esper Sentinel. We have one less, so I guess Skull Clamp on the Esper Sentinel. Lightning Greaves on the Esper Sentinel. Go to combat. Garna deck's not doing so good, so I think we'll attack into Flintlock. We hit. That's a Hearth and Home trigger. Target our commander. So normally I'd probably target the Soul Ring, but just because I kind of want to demonstrate this one time for the sake of video, we're going to turn this Windbrisk Heights into an artifact. Get a plains. Blink our commander. Shoot the Windbrisk Heights. We did it! We shot a land. Love it. We have an extra mana to work with. Put the Lightning Greaves on our commander, and we'll draw a card when it makes sense. Pass like that. Cute little turn right there. Got some good value going. Ramped, drew some cards. Kresh coming back. Yep. No Norin to slow it down this time. That's Perforos. Those can get you killed. I guess that's the win condition for that deck. That one, gonna be much harder to kill. Koll coming back to play. Yep. Perforos trigger. The good thing with that Perforos is that it will at least get the game moving a little bit because everyone's still at like pretty high life totals. Now, our life total will also be in the crosshairs with the Perforos, but I'd prefer that this game didn't take 3 hours, and Perforos, in general, will make sure that doesn't happen. Oh, that's an Arden. Yeah, those are good. No, the Perforos. What do we have 77 cards left in the deck. We got some digging to do if we want to get to our combos. Garna back to play. Flintlock can draw. There's another land. Mistveiled Plains makes this not completely dead. If our equipment get blown up, we can put them back in the library with Mistveiled Plains and then get them back with Open the Armory. That's a decent little thing to have in our back pocket, especially only for the cost of a land drop. We can do some real cute stuff this turn, though. Mother of Runes is cool. Yeah, let's... this is an ETB, right? Permanent? Yep. Let's do it. Let's start strip mining lands. Let's get the Sacred Foundry. Cast Shepherd of the Cosmos. Get back the strip mine. Play the Mistveiled Plains. Cast Mother of Ruins. Boots on them. Yeah, we'll go Boots on the Mother. Ooh, opponent's gonna Swords the Mom. Doesn't want any part of the mom. Yeah, I've started running Mother of Ruins in a lot of decks again, and this card is insane. And it is really well positioned based on how people are playing Commander a lot these days. Yeah, so put Mother of Ruins in all your white decks. Because either they have to shoot it and it protects the thing that you want, or they need 2 removal spells to get past it. Both of which are good outcomes for you. Let's see. Let's put the boots on the Shepherd. Let's go to combat. This one into Mango. This one into Flintlock. That one's staying put. We get some damage. Hearth and Home, our commander. Respond to the trigger by drawing some cards. We'll give Mango a card because we're about to hit Mango stuff. Kind of hard. There's a Plains. We're gonna strip mine a land. Get a Plains. Loran comes back. I forgot to do the thing first, so we'll shoot Mango's Signet. Was gonna pop another land. Boots back to Loran. And then Far Traveler. Cool little background. At the beginning of your end step, exile up to 1 target tap creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. Which is going to be the Shepherd of the Cosmos, getting back our strip mine. Exile the Shepherd of the Cosmos, get back a strip mine, and we'll pass like that. I've always been trying to get this thing into decks. The problem is that it competes with Sun Titan, and it's hard to run 2 of these, but pretty good with Strip Mine and a Blink Effect. 3. Oh man, that one's tapped. The card draw will be cool. Hopefully hopefully they don't have anything crazy. Oh no, they're gonna shoot our thingy. Well, at least we can get back something other than the Strip Mine, because I would feel bad if we just Strip Mine blinked everyone to death. We draw a card. Cards are good. We draw more cards with the Skull Clamp. Also good. Mentor of the Meek and Kabira Takedown are reasonable. Invigorating Surge. Oh god. Oh god. Don't have Double Strike. Please don't have Double Strike. Ooh, dodge the bullet. It is gonna hurt. That's 13. We're down to 14. Yeah, I mean, there's a world in which opponents could just find a couple things and kill us. That could happen. We're going to want to get to that blind obedience ASAP. Like if Flintlock just dropped a couple creatures. There's one. Leon and Chikari. 2 more damage incoming. Shuko. Oh, that's the equipment. Yeah. They're out of cards, though. What they can do, though, if they remember, because everyone always forgets this, they could just attack us and use the pump ability on Perforos. Everyone kind of forgets that is a thing that Perforos has, and that's a lot of open mana right there. 10 of it, to be exact. So that would be some fairly significant damage. They attack with the Arden. Just the Arden. Am I blocking that? I'm going to take against all better judgment. I should probably block and give up the commander here. I'm kind of betting, I'm hoping that they don't remember their Perforos ability. Because we're opening the door to the Garna deck having a chance to take us down. They don't have a ton of mana, which is probably the saving grace, but, if they just get real lucky, yep, they remember their Perforos ability. If they just get real lucky, find that right card, they could get us all the way. Because this is going to put us down to probably, about 5? Ooh, 5? Yeah, that's pretty low. Pretty low. Put us down to 6. Down to 6. I was thinking about using that Ancient Tomb. Now, not so much. Not so much. Yeah, I hope the Garna doesn't find something crazy. A lot of ways to die here. The Reaver Cleaver is a little bit scary. Can they? They can equip it. They equip it. We only... Oh, God. I don't really want to throw this under the bus because we're doing a lot of stuff with this. I think we are throwing our commander under the bus. Opponent moves the Shuko to the Leonin Shikari. Okay. I guess we could double block Doomscar. Yeah, that's probably what we should do. Double block Doomscar, Blind Obedience. Oh, it's going over to Mango. Okay. Maybe we don't have to do all that. Cool. Yeah, in a sense, I kind of get that too, just because, we could double block. And especially if they're newer to the game, they probably don't know exactly what I'm thinking. And, for them, getting these treasures are really important because they're really behind on mana. So 5 extra mana right here is a pretty big deal to them. Also, they're friends with Mango. So I am sure they are used to Mango shenanigans and realize that leaving Mango alive will get you killed. The question is, are we still on Doomscar? I'm not sure. I've talked about this a little bit in the past. Blind Obedience can be a win condition. It won't just kill everyone from where we are because life totals are still a little too high. In a more aggressive game, if people were lower, we could theoretically kill people with this card. Now, where we're at currently, it'll probably take 2 to 3 turns to do that. But yeah, for 2 mana, it really, really does a lot. Oh, I really hope there's no Chandra's Ignition or something nasty like that. It is a murder. Oh no, not the Shepherd. No. Now we probably Doomscar. Because that was kind of one of our value pieces that we were doing stuff with. Did we have a chance to get Skull Clamp re-equipped? Maybe we did. No, this came back at the end step. Kresh getting bigger. Flintlock and draw. Mind Stone looks like another Blind Obedience trigger. I think I am going to play the Ancient Tomb, even though we're on such low life. I'm expecting to get a number of Blind Obedience triggers, so that should hopefully help. Also, we're going to be wiping the board, which will also help. Thespian Stage. Any cool lands? No, we've shot them all. Do we have any cool lands? Meh. Looking for mana lands right now. None of those. None of those. Yeah, I think it puts us on the Ancient Tomb. Let's see. Do everything in the correct order here. I guess we'll just attack first. We'll get our... Yeah, we can't equip the sword because we don't have a creature. Okay, that's fine. Oh, I wish we could get the Skull Clamp on there. Don't have a good way to do it, though. We'll attack Mango for 2. Maybe think about leaving up that Core Haven at some point also. Mango takes 2. Flintlock can draw. We are way ahead of our opponents in terms of value. Just many, many cards ahead. Anyway, let's get down to the plan. All right, so play the Ancient Tomb. Cast Blind Obedience. We're going to run out of white mana kind of quickly, unfortunately. Down to 4. Blind Obedience saves us from haste, which is good. Where's our foretell thingy here? Oh, there it is. Cast the Doomscar. Wait, white. Extort by paying white. Oh yeah, we're gonna run out of white mana real quick. Extort. Up to 7. Blow up all the creatures. And back to the command zone. Get the Mind Stone. I think we're just on maximum extort this turn. Extort again. Get the Arcane Signet. Extort again. Yeah, maybe we'll cast the Mentor just to have something going for next turn. We won't be able to extort this one, but we can put a Skull Clamp on it, which seems fine. And the boots. Put the Skull Clamp on it. Put the boots on it. Look at us. We're back up to 13 life. We ramped more. We've generated more value. Blew up all of our opponent's stuff. Not a bad little turn. Still kind of controlling the game. Again, opponents could still find some big plays. Some sort of Perforos loop would be a big problem for us. But 13 is like medium safe. A little safer because of Blind Obedience. Someone can't just haste something big into play and whack you over the head real hard, which is good. There's an Ovenwald Hydra. It will come in tapped, though. Honestly, wouldn't mind a wheel. Not a lot of great cards in our hand. Could start thinking about our card draw lands a little bit. As I was kind of alluding to, when I put Blind Obedience in the deck, I was actually thinking about it as, we need a win condition in this deck. We've got the Karmic Guide Revelark thing, but this gives us another way to victory, since we have not run into our combo here. Still need to cast a lot of stuff. 22 and 26 is a lot. Perforos will help us out a little bit. There's another Perforos trigger. Koll coming back. Yep, Perforos. Even though we have a lot of mana, we still don't really have like enough mana because we have a lot of activated abilities, plus Blind Obedience eats up a lot of mana. So we're actually still in kind of a weird spot considering how much we've ramped. There's a leather armor for opponent. Puts it on the Koll. Yep. Karmic Guide would be a solid pickup right now because we go Karmic Guide, get Shepherd, get Esper Sentinel, feed stuff to Skull Clamp, draw more cards would be a pretty solid place to be. Skyline Despot. That's a magic card. Enters battlefield, you become the Monarch. Boy, do some people at this table want the Monarch. Everyone's been really low on cards. It does come in tapped. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you're the Monarch, create a dragon. Yeah. The Monarch can get us another card draw. We can just pop over there real quick, steal that thing, and be on our way. People will definitely hit us back for it, but yeah, we kind of just need cards to feed into the Blind Obedience right now. That's kind of the game plan that we're on. Or find a way into our combo, but God, I love how much Blind Obedience puts people in slow motion. We don't have a ton of big creatures. A Sun Titan could be pretty cool, just because that can actually get some damage on top of some value. Opponent draws with the Monarch. Another Plains. Not what we were looking for. Yeah, we'll try the Thespian. Are we waiting? Yeah, we'll just play the Thespian stage. Maybe we should have played the Plains, honestly. The white mana. Let's get our commander, because our commander has card draw attached to it. Ooh, what is that, 7? Eek. Probably not using Makokoro. Don't really want to use the Ancient Tomb. I guess we're using the Thespian. Oh, we can draw 2 with this. That's good. Or no, just 1. No, 2. Because we can activate it and then do the thing. Yep. What are we shooting? We'll shoot this leather armor, I guess. Yeah, maybe we are using the Ancient Tomb. Just trying to avoid it. Pay for the Mentor. Steel Shaper's Gift is an activation. Not the most helpful thing ever, but boots to our commander. Probably going no War Room this turn. So we'll put the sword on the Mentor. Boots back to Mentor. We'll attack Mango for 5. Ah, crap, I forgot to activate our commander. Boots back on our commander. Activate our commander. Mango's nearly dead, and we're going to hit them for more damage, so we'll give them the card draw. Another land. Then we put it back over here. Then we go to combat. Swing into Mango. I don't know. Is Loran just a Voltron deck? Is that what this deck wants to be? It'd probably kill a lot faster if it were. Although I'm having fun. I'm having fun with this because it's very silly, but it's not particularly fast. Blink our commander. Get a Plains. I meant to do the thing first. Is it too late to activate this? Yep, too late to activate that. So I guess we shoot a Shuko. Mentor of the Meek trigger. Pay 1. Draw a card. It's a Nyx Lotus. Can we get that in? Probably not with leaving up the Core Haven. It might be a next turn play. Boots back to our commander. Activate our commander. Mango can draw. Guardian of Faith is reasonably helpful. Put the boots back on the thing. We have left ourselves with no blockers. This will untap, though. Yeah, I guess that's just what we're doing. Okay. Pass like that. We can't... Oh, you want to know what we can do? We can use the commander ability on itself. We can turn this thing into an artifact so it doesn't kill us. There we go. Oh, yeah, this deck is real cute. Did I forget to steal the Monarch and all of that? I did, didn't I? Whoops. Meant to do that. A lot of things to keep track of here. Trying to get the timing right on all these little abilities. What needs to happen when, the sequencing. Ugh. Shoot the big creature that might hurt us. Pay 1 to draw a card. Oh, that's an Emeria. And we have 7 planes. Well, we know what we're playing next turn. Kill the big creature. Discard some lands. Boy, do we have a lot of those. Pass like that. Soul Ring. You know, opponents may have enough damage to kill us. That is actually a little bit of a concern. Yahenni. We'll come in tapped, thankfully. That 2 damage be very relevant against us right now. Soul's Fire onto our commander, you say? Ooh. Mango's making life tough for us. We could Kabira Takedown. Eek. Yeah, that's 9 damage, right? Oof, God. Ew. Do we bring this thing in? If we do, we can't Core Haven. Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of damage. Yeah, I think we got a Guardian. Or if we Kabira Takedown, yeah, let's Kabira Takedown. Kabira Takedown the Yahenni. And that still leaves us enough to Core Haven one thing and saves our blocker. Oh, crap. Can't pay. Need to leave that mana up. Oh, thank God they didn't have anything. And that fizzles the Soul's Fire. Thank God. I think as long as no one finds anything crazy... Uh-oh. Forgot about the Reaver Cleaver. That's a lot of damage in the air. That is a lot of damage in the air. We might die. We might die. Probably needed to leave back another blocker. In particular, this thing. Yeah. I thought I had left enough up, but I wasn't counting on a removal spell right there, so probably should have factored that in. Maybe shouldn't have activated Ancient Tomb several times. Oh yeah, both coming our way. Both coming our way. Here comes the pumps. Actually, interestingly, so they don't have Trample, which means we could Guardian of Faith and get another blocker. No, that'd be just the same as Core Haven. And then we're wide open to this. Just pray they don't find something to go crazy with. Yep, that's a lot of Perforos triggers. 4 of them. Well, our commander will trade with one of them. Since this is more than what the Despot is currently, I'm going to use the Core Haven on it. Not to say they can't pump the thing somehow, but, you know, that's a risk I'm willing to take.
But what if he shot you in the face?
What if he shot me in the face?
That's a risk we were willing to take.
Core Haven, the other one. Commander down. We stay at 10. Soul Rise got an opportunity. The door is open. We are out of mana and out of effects. They make a dragon. Oops. Probably should have dealt with that at some point. We'll come in tapped, thankfully. Still, that's like an ongoing problem that we'll need to deal with. Oh, that's a gratuitous violence. That's enough to kill us. Crap. Oh, yep. Yep. They may actually win. Damage doubler is a problem. Yeah, I needed to leave about 3 more mana up to... I mean, they might attack Mango. It's tough to say. Leaving us alive is not a great idea, but leaving Mango alive usually isn't either. Although Mango's in a terrible spot. Perforos and at 3 life, and our Blind Obedience, so Mango will probably just die to either of those effects, in all likelihood. Where's it going? Oh, into us. Yep, that's going to kill us. That is going to kill us. Yeah, didn't find our combo. That is the problem with mono white. Not always great at finding the combos. Down we go. So we would have been better off. I mean, I wasn't counting on the damage doubler. That's a hard thing to account for. We would have been better off taking the 7, and then maybe we should have went that way with it. Yeah, because the Reaver Cleaver also. They get 10 extra. Wow, they got 12 mana out of that. Yeah, they're in the driver's seat now. But God, did we get to do some annoying stuff this game. Wasn't quick, and it didn't win, but oh, were we ever annoying. We had a lot of cool effects going too, but they're all so mana hungry. If that Nyx Lotus were in a couple turns sooner, like if we had like maybe 2 turns to untap with that Nyx Lotus, that would have been enough extra mana to really kind of get things going. Because we never got to activate the card draw lands, really. We destroyed so many permanents this game, though. A lot of lands, a lot of artifacts. And that's kind of one of the things I thought about with Loran, too, is that it's one of those things that just says keeping artifacts and enchantments on the battlefield is going to be really tough. And if you get either of the 2 things that turn stuff into artifacts, then you're also blowing up like creatures and things like that. Crucible of Fire, the dragons get bigger. Yep. That is quite the uphill battle for our opponents. That's a Scourge of Valkis. Someone's dying. I mean, that's 6 damage. You go at Flintlock because that's a lot of damage, or you just take Mango out right here. I take Mango out right here personally just because leaving players in the game at this point is kind of a recipe for disaster. Yeah, they're thinking along that same page too. I think that's the correct call right here. So there seems to be a dragon theme going on with this Garna. Not something I considered, but seems to be working. How about the Reaver Cleaver, though? They would have been out of this game without those treasures. This is a very good card. It's a very powerful card. Unfortunately, it's still very expensive in paper. Krenko into play. Yep. Yeah, I mean, for Flintlock, it's got to be a board wipe. Or, like, wheel into combo, basically. I think that's kind of the 2 things you're looking at. Impact Tremors is not going to be it. They can attack and pump this thing up a lot, though, which is what they're going to do. I mean, they can kill them. They can probably... Well, they can either do a lot of damage or kill the Scourge of Valkis. Yeah, honestly, a lot of it kind of comes down to that one removal spell that Mango tried to play on us, blowing up our blocker because we just needed that blocker. Or if we were able to leave up the Kabira, we could have shot both of Flintlock's creatures or blocked one and shot the other and then had enough to fog the dragon. So yeah, just that one removal spell kind of got us. And I was trying to account, like I kind of knew where we were at. I kind of knew that like, how much mana do we need to leave up? And I thought I had left enough to account for stuff. But yeah, you know, opponents made plays. What can you do about it? There's a block. Scourge of Valkis. Oh, they make a dragon Scourge. Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of damage. 8. There's a shot for 8. In goes the big attack. That is a lot of damage. I think that's 48, if my math is right. Soulrite takes it down, getting us with the dragons at the end. The damage doubler. Yee. Anyway, as far as our deck, like I said, we were super annoying through this game. Artifacts and enchantments? Nope, no one had any. As far as actually closing the game out, pretty tricky. Like I said, that's kind of why I don't go for the Karmic Guide Revelar combo a lot, but as I started looking at this deck, I'm like, man, closing the game out with this deck is going to be awful. So I went with the combo line, which I don't know, maybe that makes less sense than the just trying to pump stuff up. Like, you could run more creatures in a Cathar's Crusade and like hope to get there with that, or maybe a Blackblade Reforged. I don't know. I think it's just not going to be a particularly fast commander, unless you just run like every possible tutor for this combo, or maybe like the Heliod combo also. But it does fun little value-y things. Lightning Greaves was insane in the deck. Lightning Greaves with Hearth and Home did so much work. We got so much value out of these 2 things. Like, it was insane. Anyway, it was cool. I enjoyed it. I do want to try a tap version of this at some point. Now, as I'm seeing it, the ETB version pretty strong because that's a lot of removal. But in theory, if we get rid of most of our ETB creatures and just rely on our commander, that'll leave us some room for some tap creatures. Mono white tap creatures tend to be a little suspect in terms of their power level. There's really only a handful of good ones I can think of, but it is something I would like to try in the future. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, feel free to comment, like, or subscribe. Thank you for watching. I want to thank my awesome Patreon supporters. We have 2 new Patreon supporters in River and Orion. You guys are awesome. If you want to help support the channel and vote on which decks I play next, and if you want to get some good games of Spell Table, be sure to check out my Patreon at the link below.